Hey, folks, I'm gonna tell you how to overcome objections when you're talking to sellers. And a lot of folks call me and they say, "Hey, I'm pitching a terms deal to a seller." Okay, when I say terms deal, buying a property over time. Maybe it's a lease option, maybe it's a sub two, maybe it's owner carry. Okay, you're taking over payments kind of thing, and then there's various different kinds of terms deals out there. Okay, but I want to I want to give you, you're going to get objections such as the seller's going to say, you know, I'll give you an example. The seller, let's say you're going to do a lease option. The seller's trying to sell a home for 400,000. You're going to say, hey, listen, seller, what if I give you 450, 50 grand above retail? That's not something you'd be interested in doing, is it? Right? Well, how great? How so? That's 50 grand above it. Yeah, how so? And you say over 36 months, et cetera, et cetera, right? So here's this is the point of this video. And I've got other videos about how various terms deals work. But this is about how you overcome a seller's objection. And one of the objections I've gotten, and you're going to get, I mean, other folks have reached out to me about this objection is when you tell it to the seller's like, "Whoa, I don't understand what you mean." Right? Fair enough. That's a fair enough question, right? When typically, hey, you're trying to sell your house for 300. Here's what I can do. I give it to you. I can buy it off cash for house cash for 180 and close on Tuesday. Huge discount. It's price or terms, right? But when you say terms, I can buy it over this, say a lease option or whatever, right? In this particular example, they may say, well, I don't understand it. This is really confusing. So how do you overcome that objection? That's the purpose of this video. Okay. So a couple things. When you talk with people, and especially when you're really getting into real estate and you're new to it and you really want to make some money, I was like this. You get really into the words. I'm on novation agreements, and listen, I'm in a dispo, okay, all these things. It's cool. You're watching all these videos, people are talking about it, and fair enough. I mean, there's nothing wrong with jargon. We all have it, industry jargon, okay. But but real estate is not the only industry with jargon in it. Medical guys got out of the Navy, got all sorts of the Navy hat, right? Right. Everyone's got their own jargon. Okay. Here's the point. When you're talking to a seller, you're talking about dispo and lease options and all this stuff, and they're not familiar with these terms. They're scary. Think about that. Okay. Think about that. When you talk to people who are in a different profession than you and they're talking shop talk about stuff in the office or out the job site or whatever, you've been there. I've been there. And you're like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. This is really weird. Right? You understand that? And if you if you approach a seller saying all the stuff you saw on YouTube and, course you bought or, TikTok video, dispo and all, they're going to be like, they're scared. They don't know what it is. You sound weird to them. Okay. If you sound weird, you sound scary, they're probably not going to want to do some business with you. If they do, you have to overcome a bunch of objections. So here's what you need to do. Take a step back. It's super cool. All this cool stuff. God bless you. Awesome. Okay. And a lot of cool stuff too. A lot of stuff I don't know. I'm always trying to learn, et cetera, et cetera. Keep learning. It's good. Okay. But when you talk to somebody, you got to make it so that they understand. Okay. And simple language. Instead of saying lease option, kind of rent to own kind of thing. Well, here's an objection a lot of people get, and I've got this kind of thing. And it's when you talk to pitch a lease option or terms deals, sometimes they're going to say, listen, I don't know, I don't get what that means. I'm really kind of confused. That sounds kind of scary, kind of weird, right? And now here's the thing: when a seller, you're pitching, hey man, you're trying to sell your house for 400. It's on the market for 192 days and no one bought it. What if I give you 450 on, say, a lease option? And they go, I don't really understand how that works. This is kind of scary, kind of weird. How are you going to overcome that one? How are you going to, handle that? That's a real question what someone's going to ask if they're not cool like you with all the code, language, right? You see what I'm saying? So what do? Okay. First of all, you get aware of all the code you're using, all the slick, cool stuff you learn from all these seminars and YouTube videos you watch. Okay. You don't do that. You just talk to them as a normal person. And what I always like to do is you want to use authority. Hey, it's okay. I understand how this works. Let me explain to you. But also a lot of empathy. So authority, empathy. So hey, and empathy is great. You can use a lot of self-deprecation. I do this a lot, because I know who I am. I ask my wife. I'm not Superman. I got tons of problems, right? We all have problems. I own the problems I have. I'm trying to get better, blah, blah, blah. You should too, and et cetera, et cetera. That's not the purpose of this video, but you get my point, right? Just say, hey, you know what? I've been there too. I some stuff I'm trying to learn is kind of confusing, and you're not alone here. I make mistakes too. It's no big deal. Does that make sense? So you're kind of disarming them. Hey, I'm just like you. We're just both humans. We're all trying to have a nice afternoon, like my friend Mark Thomas Roberts used to say, right? But here's the thing. I want to help you. You're in a bad situation in your life. I think I have a solution to your problem. Okay? Does that make sense? And then you just kind of explain it. And don't use lease options, complex terms, or buzzwords. You're cool because everyone in your Facebook group's saying it. Okay? Don't do that. It's not going to help you. Okay? You're cool enough as you are. You don't need to say real estate buzzwords to sound cool. I say that because I talk to a lot of people. They try and impress me with the real estate buzzwords. And I'm not impressed, right? Most people that I hang out with in real estate, we've done it a long time, we're just not that impressed. We're just not. It's not that big a deal. I'll get off that high horse there. But anyway, just have a conversation with them. And just say, hey, I don't know a whole lot about a bunch of things, but let me just kind of explain to you how the thing works, the wholesale deal works, or the terms deal works. Does that make sense? This is the point, the takeaway. This is the sum up. Whenever you're talking to someone about terms deal and they're confused, take a step back, be empathetic, use self-deprecation. Hey, I used to not understand it too. I've been there. It can be kind of complex, amortization and points on a loan and all this kind of stuff. I know. I've been there. This is bottom line. Gosh, I didn't graduate high school and college. I'm not proud of that. It's true, actually. I'm not proud of that. But anyways, here's what I do know. I've done this for a while, and just explain how it works. And they're going to go, wow, this person's relatable, right? That's what you want. You want somebody who's relatable. I want somebody who's. I don't want to hang out with somebody that's pretentious and aloof and super cool, and I don't got time for that. Really, I don't. Right? Neither do you. You shouldn't. Okay. Anyway, there it is. Hope that helps. If you need, help, you want some, want to talk, et cetera, free strategy session, maybe joint ventures. Let me know below, and we'll make some money together. Godspeed. See you in the next video.